time bomb. UK may be on the verge of a new mad cow disease epidemic, experts warn. Nearly 20 years on from the first outbreak of mad cow's disease, experts have warned that the UK could face a second deadly epidemic. Scientists believe that the disease can lie dormant in people for up to 50 years, renewing fears of future deaths. Over 4 million cows were slaughtered in a bid to contain the disease during the first outbreak. 3. Over 4 million cows were slaughtered in a bid to contain the disease during the first outbreak. Credit, Rex Features. Annie McVeigh's daughter Claire Munn became the youngest recorded victim of the mad cow's disease scandal, passing away just 6 months after falling ill. In mad cow disease, the Great British Beef Scandal, Richard Knight, professor of neurology at the CJD Surveillance Unit in Edinburgh, warns, there is still so much uncertainty. And one of the things that is uncertain is how many people in the UK are silently infected. I have to say we are simply not sure, but every prediction suggests there are going to be further cases. Disease may be lying dormant. Scientists have said that the disease may have an incubation period of up to 50 years. And that could mean that hundreds more people could have it, but it just hasn't kicked in yet. New evidence also suggests that people previously thought to be immune could fall victim to the devastating disease. In other words, the UK could have a ticking time bomb of a fresh epidemic. No cure for the killer disease. To date, 178 people in the UK have died from variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, VCJD, the human form of bovine spongiform encephalopathy, BSE. It kills off brain cells slowly, eventually resulting in changes in personality and physical impairment. There is currently no test or cure for it, and no one has ever been held accountable for how it came to pass from cows to humans. The beginnings of mad cow disease were known in the 1980s, almost 20 years before the first human contracted VCJD. It emerged that farmers had been feeding the remains of infected cattle back to cows via a product called meat and bone meal. Cows, which are naturally herbivores, had been made into carnivores, eating diseased flesh, which then got fed to humans. It was only when 19-year-old Stephen Churchill died from VCJD in 1996 that the government started warning the public about the potential dangers of eating cheap meat. More people set to die. Years on, we still don't know much about the disease, but Professor Knight says that we understand a lot more about the mechanisms than 5 years ago, and a huge amount more than 1980. How mad cow disease hit the British beef industry. Mad cow disease was first reported in the UK in 1986 but took 6 years to peak, with almost 1,000 new cases per week. Brits began to fear eating burgers after a ban on the use of high-risk offal for human consumption was introduced in 1989. But in 1990, Agriculture Minister John Selwyn Gummer fed his young daughter Cordelia beef burger to prove it was completely safe. As the epidemic continued to grip Britain, variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, VCJD, was detected in humans.